Our mission at the BNZ is about helping New Zealanders be good with money so they can do great things with it. And Valocity is a great partner for us, and how you've partnered with us around our valuations and helping us make the experience for our customers more seamless. What I love about Valocity is you are data driven, insight driven, and you're digital first. And so you've challenged us as well to be thinking much more customer and to be orienting our policies, procedures at the back end, but with the customer first.
I think you're really so right there. Actually we can't be bound by legacy technology or, historical processes anymore. And it is about recognising if you're not digital, if you're not agile, if you're not actually making data-driven decisions, you're just not competing.
Absolutely, and I really value how we've come together, how we're thinking about valuations differently, how we're embedding those insights so that our bankers can be making faster decisions. And I can't wait for what we're going to do next.
Oh, it's super exciting, and I also can't wait because the future is ours to create. So huge kudos to BNZ. Thank you for being those partners. ASB is passionate about helping farmers to make more informed and better decisions, and through that you need your people to have all the information at their fingertips and be agile enough to do that. We've actually worked with the bank quite extensively, and yours is one of those journeys where we've really collaborated, taking a manual process and digitising and transforming the way the bank actually does valuations. Talk us through that journey.
So with Valocity, what we wanted to do was have a one-stop shop for property information. And it's not just used for valuations, it's used when we lend money as well. We looked at a few different options and we actually enjoyed the plucky little startup taking on the big boys.
But the real big game changer was the cloud. And then from there, APIs and microservices. And I think the big shift that's occurred there is that you don't have to solve everything yourself.
Yeah. In terms of working with Valocity, what are some of the reasons that made you choose Valocity and move to us?
You. So for us, it's about trying to build frictionless customer experiences, and digitisation is a huge part of that.
Yeah, that is such an important point, and I guess we recognise that actually to really deliver to banking customers, it needed to be that bank-grade security, but it also at the same time had to be agile and customisable and flexible and configurable, and APIs and microservices are very much future-proofing our banking clients. So Chris, as you know, Valocity's come and taken the Australian market by storm, because in the property and valuation market, very little had changed in a very long time.
Yes.
And we've been working with ING, who are also known as innovators and came and took the Australian market by storm, transformed the broker experience and customer experience.
We are an extremely customer-centric organisation. It's at the core of what we want to do, and we see it as a competitive advantage for us. So pushing the envelope and making sure we're at the forefront of digitisation, automation for our brokers and for our customers is really central to what we're all about. We've been this scrappy challenger brand that's always been here and for 20 years in Australia about building out our market and building out our market presence. The new world was going to be different, and if we wanted to compete in that new environment, in a rapidly changing environment, we had to change too. We had to be agile, we had to look at the ways we worked, we had to change our business model, look at how we're going to get to the market quicker, and all those things Valocity supports us with. The Valocity platform here in Australia is a core part of that, and it's a core part of our mortgages lead to cash business.
And I think the journey is really just starting, and really exciting as to where we can go when you have two brands so aligned and also just bringing the best of both with the customer at the heart. It's really anything is possible.
And what I do like about Valocity is that you accommodate collaboration and you are more focused on facilitating innovation. And I do believe our industry, which has been held back and has seen very little innovation, is ripe for it. But we need someone to help us to facilitate it.
And we've really recognised actually that innovation is all about collaboration. It's very much working with the ecosystem, and we have to be really creative with what we're doing, especially some of the markets where we're working in together, like India, where there is no data, there is no geospatial address picker. There's all these things that we're actually having to create in order to digitise, but at the same time banks are wanting accuracy, quality, standardisation, and customers are wanting it fast and wanting it now.
And India is a really good example that the challenges there are just astronomical, but the opportunities are even bigger. but technology can totally transform that market.
Well, we're really excited for the global journey that we're going through with the partnerships that we already have and the markets where we're sharing, and really looking forward to creating the future together.
I don't think it's ever been more true that no one's got all the good ideas. And for us, in terms of what we're trying to deliver for the customers, we know that, you know, in New Zealand, in a small marketplace, you're not going to have enough people or enough great ideas to really bring that alive. So partnering with organisations like yourself and people like yourself makes all the difference.
And I mean, I guess it is really about moving fast, because customers today, the technology's evolving, the data's evolving, and so recognising that actually we do have to move really fast and be agile.
So for me, you know, insights are interesting and so is data, but actionable insights are what really counts. And so we think that if we can partner with people and we can bring that stuff to life for customers, that's what makes a real difference. And you've agitated, right? Which is actually, you know, the way we've always done it, it's not going to be the way we're going to do it in the future. People's expectations are recalibrated all the time. So one of the options we clearly haven't got is to stand still. We will be irrelevant and we'll all have our Kodak moments if we stand still. So being innovative and fast is also unsafe, and that's not the case. I mean, by partnering, by using the cloud, we bring global expertise to what we offer. Do we need to do it ourselves? No. Do we need to utilise it and harness it and bring it alive? Yes, but we won't do that by ourselves.
That's such a valid point, because it's recognising actually change isn't coming, it's happening right now. And you know, many of these myths of before, actually, if you're not evolving, you're just going to get left behind.
Yeah, and I mean, better never stops is a great sort of purpose, isn't it? And I think if you think about that, which is, you know, are you restless? Are you trying to push ahead? You know, if you think about how far you guys have come in 5 years, I mean, that's one of the inspirations we can take, right? Which we can go from nowhere to being, you know, a global player in terms of actionable insights like you guys have become. Success and glory is all yours, so well done.